So let's go ahead and get started on this page. This is inside of Mythographic Fantasy Forest, so that everybody can see. Fabiana Attanasio, she's one of my very favorite illustrators. I absolutely love her work. I really just love her work. You know, I think I was working on this here inside of the cover page the day I got it, and I'm just praying for the patience to finish things at this point. I've done a few things in here. I did this. I was playing around, and yeah, that did not come out how I wanted it to, so there's that. I've also, that's just that one. I guess that's all I've done in this book. Well, that I haven't torn out. So these pages can be torn out, which I think for the sake of filming, I will do. Tear it out. And then I'll just keep it in the back. Or should I keep it in the book? I don't know. What do we do, friends? Do we keep it in the book? Okay, we're going to keep it in the book. Okay. So, FYI, this is very special to me. Or, well, how can I say? My last name means pine tree in Spanish, with my married last name. So, I really like these pine cones. I like that these little moth guys have the leaves for their wings. And I like that you can see the pines here, and that these are the pine cones, and it's like a very macroscopic view of maybe like the tip of a Christmas tree or something. And then you have all these like shiny stars around. So I'm gonna try and make this Christmassy. I'm gonna make these moths real white and fluffy and furry, and then I'm going to I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do, but I'm thinking that for like these guys here, we can do how do you say, kind of wintry blue into purple, because on some pine trees they give off these little spiky things that are like this really pretty blue color. And just thinking of that, I was gonna try and do this guy. This one, you know, they're all a little bit different, so I'm gonna have to do them all a little bit differently. I think the only that are the same is gonna be probably these two. Look like they might be the same. So this is what I'm gonna do for my background. This is an Artex acrylic marker, color 69. It's just like this very mute dark green color that I really love. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start coloring in the background. I like doing backgrounds with acrylic marker, especially when they're like this and they're very complicated, because it gives solidity to the back so that all the fancy pretty stuff can kind of stick out. I know, like, you know, literally nobody does it this way, but this is the way that I like to do it. And a lot of times these markers need 2 coats. So what I've learned chilling in this kind of little spot right here is that it's kind of good to work in an area and give it both coats while you're working on it. And you can let like the first coat, because it comes out a little bit transparent. So on these very detailed parts, you can but just don't freak out about any mess ups. I have really thin acrylic markers that I found at Hobby Lobby. They're these ones. And I could probably also use this color. And they're real thin and small. But the problem is that they're not very opaque. So I have to give it a lot of coats and the excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. And the tips kind of, I feel like they wear out pretty quick. So there is that though. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Now, am I gonna show you guys me doing every little last nook and cranny here? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. But I'm just gonna get a little chatty with you guys for a sec. Okay, so I should have been uploading videos a long time ago, but I have ADHD, and yeah, you guys know how that is. Well, yeah. And so recently, I'm gonna tag her in this video, but Tara Tripoli, I think is how you say her name. Forgive me if it's not. I am a dyslexic. So Tara Tripoli has been uploading videos, and I feel like I get her. Ugh. I believe she's just as scatterbrained as me, and I feel like I totally get her, and she has given me a renewed confidence just to be myself on here, because honestly, that's all I can be, is myself, right? I literally can't be anything else. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go right here. I can't see right now, you guys. I have to actually stop coloring. My eyes do this thing where sometimes I can't see. I'm always blind. Do you guys want to see my glasses? So these are my big old glasses, my thickums. And sometimes the way the light, I feel like, shines through the lenses, it plays with my eyes. I'm also doing this weird thing where I keep yawning. I don't know why I do this. I used to have a job back in the day with this boss, and he would get upset when I would yawn in front of him. He would take it as like a personal insult, like if I was doing it on purpose. And I remember, like, I felt so mentally fucked by that guy, because I was like, but I can't help it. And it was like this weird thing that was happening with me at the time, that I was just yawning excessively. Like, now here I go. Oh, forgive me. If you guys are getting yawns, I hope they feel good. I hope you're getting a lot of energy out. My eyes are watering. This is the worst. I look like a crazy person over here. I was just trying to color. Anyways, so yeah, so Tara gave me new confidence to kind of keep uploading these videos, to you know, keep working and keep trying to get better, because honestly, I'm not that good. I pretty much feel like I suck. I know I suck. So for these little bits, I like to just like, oh my god, I just try and hover, but somehow it still gets out of the lines anyways. See, just come back in and just solidify it with some more pigment, and in the end it'll all look okay. Probably, maybe, I don't know. That's what I tell myself. Although I do hardly ever get to finish pages. So all right, so can you guys see how this green is giving it this, like, we are inside the Christmas tree look? That's what I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to go for the, like, we're inside the tree. Maybe even this tree is still outdoors and they're barely grabbing it, and they're barely starting to set it up. Or maybe that's what it was. Maybe they cut down the tree. Should I go over these little dots? Ugh, I don't know. Should I just go over them? It'll just be easier to go over them, but I need to note where they were. Sometimes you have to spare the small details when you're doing the stuff with acrylic markers, because they're opaque, they're gonna cover it up. You know, what can you do? But don't worry, because it's gonna look great afterwards. I need to wash my glasses. Okay, we're gonna wash. yeah, so it's gonna kind of give that vibe that like we are inside the Christmas tree and these little buggies live there. This is where they live, this is their home, and they somehow have to be Christmas buggies. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find some inspo or something somewhere. Oi meos. My dog is giving his upset groans. I probably do this a whole lot better when I'm not filming, so if that makes sense. Just kind of thinking about keeping talking, so I just like to just go fill these guys in. I'm gonna be honest, this tip has seen a better day. I think I like this color. I must use it a lot. Let me see. I have another one that's exactly the same. Let me see if this tip, oh, this tip was like pushed in. What did I do? Oh, you see how much this marker has been really loved, and it's very dry. Look at that compared to this one. Look at the difference. So this is just for an emergency, I guess. This old guy here. I really love Artex acrylic markers, guys. I truly do. I have come up with some really good solid backgrounds that I believe look so good, because I don't know if it's just me, because if I have vision issues, but they really play on the depth. Okay, forgive me for the noises that come out of my face. Really just please forgive me. I'm not used to being a movie star. I have no idea what I'm doing. I know sometimes I listen to podcasts and there's this like, it sounds like they're really thirsty, or you know, there's just a number of sounds that people make, and some of them are disgusting, and a lot of times we are not aware. I know I'm not aware, and I'm half deaf over here, so what else? Okay. I really like to sing. I think if I sing, there's no copyright laws. I think if I put on actual music, there is. So there's that. But I have always had this dream of doing coloring and karaoke. Of like coloring and like having a karaoke party at the same exact time. Ooh, I didn't think about that. These leggies, these little legs. What am I gonna do with the little legs? Oh my god, I got myself in a mess. Ugh, I just don't have a steady hand. I'm just not good like you guys are. Y'all are really amazing, actually. I'm so excited to see Tara get in her comfy spot. I really am. And to figure out how all the things that she knows from her years as an artist apply. Because there's very important knowledge that she has that nobody else can give us. And I think that that's super cool. Another YouTuber that I love is oh gosh, what is the name? The name is escaping me right now. What is her name? My favorite YouTuber. Can't remember now. How do I see all my subscriptions? That's weird. Oh, there we go. So, one of our other YouTubers here, what is her name? What is her name? Where is she? Where is she? Where are you, my friend? Well, she's here. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking her up. Ink and hue coloring, guys. Ink and hue coloring. Ink and hue coloring. This is her page. You see there? Ink and hue coloring. Guys, where is our friend? She hasn't uploaded anything in 2 months. And I miss her. I miss her so much because she was one of the only YouTubers that how can I describe this, guys? I'm special, right? So I'm neurodivergent, you know, however you want to handle that. It's up to you. But I'm neurodivergent. And there's some things about some people. There's some people that many times are the most popular people. And they're the ones that people love the most. And for some reason, I don't like them. Something about them seems evil to me. There's just some YouTubers, there's some people that I don't know why, but something in them makes my stomach turn. Ink and Hue is not one of them, and I miss her very much. Miss Sarah, if you could please come back to us. Thank you. We miss you so much. If anybody has not checked out her stuff, I highly recommend it. I have literally watched all her videos because I love her so much. So yeah, so let's get my phone. What is this? A color along? What is this? What would we consider this here? This is my vape. I'm gonna take a hit of it. Thank you. So we're coloring this in here. And now Tara was mentioning with her tombos that there was this like paper tearing going on, and I know exactly what she's talking about. Tara, I love you. I'm gonna tag you in this video because I really want you to watch it and I want us to be friends. Because I feel like, see, it's doing that fucking paper thing because it's too wet. Sometimes you have to wait to go back over for the second coat, because it will pick up the paper and start jacking it up. And this paper likes to do that. And Fabi, I mean, this is, it's simple in the fact that it doesn't have a lot of elements that I like. You know, it has its pros and cons. Things not having a lot of elements, because it doesn't have a lot of elements. It's just this very unique perspective, which honestly makes me think, how in the world did she come up with thinking in this POV? But what was I saying? Tara, I love you so much, Tara. I love your, I can sense your nervousness, and that's why I'm doing this, because I have to stand with you, and I have to stand with myself, and you're an inspiration, because you know what, guess what, we're two extra ass bitches. You know what, we're extra as fuck. Everything I do is extra. I don't know how to do minimalism. I don't know how to do, if I very much force myself, or if by some miracle I could come up with something simple yet beautiful, I'll do it. But most of the time I live in extravagance. I'm a very polarized individual. I'm 100 or I'm 0. I'm yes or I'm no. I'm hot or I'm cold. And you know what? That's something that I have struggled with making work for me in life, and I know you're the same way, Tara. you know, you're just a passionate individual. And whether your passions are yeses or your passions are nos, you're passionate about it. And I'm the same way, you know. So just seeing you do this. And then also what I really love is that you obviously have way more money than I do. Or you're being very, very naughty. Which I have been so naughty. Yeah, it's so naughty. My I just ordered polychromos the other day and they came in, and you know, those things are so expensive, and it's only 120 of them. It's not like Prismacolors come with 150, you know. All the other sets, some of the cheaper brands of pencils, you can get so many colors. It's honestly insane. It's useless. I don't know what the hell, but they came in and I was there and I was drawing this cute little page I'll show you in a little while. And my husband came up and he was like, wow, babe, you're really getting good at this. Who'd have thought you'd be getting so good? That looks so realistic. I thought it was a print. Literally the words coming out of his mouth, and I'm just sitting there smiling at him saying, oh, thanks, babe, I love you so much. Well, I'm looking down at the $200 pencils that he has no idea I just bought sitting down in front of me, and I'm just like, yeah, babe, yeah, I've been practicing. Yeah, I've been practicing. Okay, so what are we gonna do with this little guy? So I feel like, you know what, we might as well just do our little bubbles and do our little swooshes as part of the background. So let me get this guy. What else do I have? What do we do? Like this. That's probably a good one. What else? Let's do 75. Okay, we're gonna do 75. And then this guy. This guy is gonna be the swoosh. The swooshes. Where was that? I was just on the swoosh. So this guy. This guy. This 75 here. Oh, which one is this? This is not. Oh, no, this is the. This guy is gonna be the swooshes. Then our bubbles is gonna be 75. They're gonna be this nice blue, kind of pale blue color. I'm sorry, I'm just doing them this blue color. I know they're on top of the leaves, but this is just gonna be their color. I love this color because it's just flat. It's just flat, it's dark, and your eyes just cannot see it. I don't know how that makes sense. But to my blind ass, that's what it sounds like to me. Okay, we're gonna do this little guy. You see how I suck? I want you guys to know I'm very blind. Like, I cannot see very well on this paper, but I try anyways, and I think that's what sucks, and it does depress me sometimes. I'm like, damn, I'm really going blind over here. Now, is it possible? There's one. I was wondering, is it possible to see what I've been covering over? Can I see? I wonder if you guys see the bubbles here. I think there's one there. Looks like a bubble. Do you guys see bubbles? Oof, impossible. Let's just draw my own one. Let's just do 2. Okay. You see how it blends in a little bit? Like you really can't see it, but you can see it. That's what I want. Alright. We're gonna test this out up here. Yo, que te conozco bien. Si quieren, si hay alguno que habla español y le gustaría que yo hable español y yo hago videos de coloración en español, me gustaría hacerlo. Me gustaría de verdad hacerlo. Español no fue mi primer idioma, pero es que yo hablo en la casa de español con mi esposo, con mi familia aquí. Hablamos español. So, estoy muy acostumbrado. Muy acostumbrado a hablar español. If any of you are very confused at what I just did and why I was speaking in Spanish, because I was saying if anybody's interested in me making videos of coloring speaking in Spanish, I would be so happy to like, you say diversify. Now I know this is not coming out good, but it will. It will. Sometimes it feels hard, but then once you just keep going and you start making some progress and you start seeing the leaves through the trees, or whatever the heck, the trees through the forest through I don't know what, because there's like a million different ways to say whatever that saying is. You know, the leaves for the trees for the forest, or whatever the heck that thing is. What kind of music do you guys like? I'd like to know that. I really do love to sing. You know, it's my lifelong passion. It's part of me. It's who I am. It'll never leave me. I do it just to do it. I literally, when I was little, I thought about being famous, obviously, because everybody tells you when they hear that you sing really good and you're a child, they're like, wow, you're gonna be famous. Why does it always have to go to famous? Why can't it just be you're gonna be an impactful artist? Because that's all I ever wanted to be. You know, I used to go to church, and when I first started going, I would go in the morning to pray, and I would sing, down there where I was praying, and you know, everybody would come up to me and be like, wow, you sing so pretty, why don't you sing for the band, why don't you sing? And I'm just like, you know what, I'm literally, once I get up there, once I get on a stage in the center of the attention of whatever is going on, my voice tightens, I get nervous, I start shaking, I forget everything, and I make a fool out of myself, which is fun. I mean, it's super fun, right? No, great experience every time. Love it. Love. But I'm just better as, if I could say in like Christian terms, a worshiper. I'm just a singer. And it's like in ministry, you would have, you know, a small ministry, a private ministry, an intimate ministry. That's why I feel like my voice is to be enjoyed in intimacy. there's been times, like I said, I would like to do karaoke. I like to perform. Let me think, what could we sing now? Let me see. I have my YouTube music actually here. Where is the music? Here it is. What would we sing? I always wanted to sing like una salsa tumbao. Like somehow find a salsa and then make it like kind of like a sad sounding, because a lot of the lyrics are actually sad. Like this one is so sad. Hold on. You'll hear that? This is a salsa. This is a salsa. I'm gonna do this in Spanish. Oh, they don't have a thing. Never mind. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna translate it real quick in English. I'm gonna tell you what it says. It says, I fell in love with the ideal person, but at the same time, they had to go. And then, ay, es el dolor que desgarró todo mi alma y corazón para vivir de los recuerdos de ese amor. Cuando agarrados de la mano en el parque nos besamos y las lágrimas caían en los pétalos de rosas y tristemente me dijiste así, me tengo que ir. No es por mí, contigo está mi corazón. Todo el amor de mis entrañas, de mi pecho y de mi alma. Algún día volveré a estar aquí. Me tengo que ir. Así lo dijo y tiene desilusión. Todo el amor y esperanza cuando se quiere con el alma al prójimo que Dios te puso ahí. There's one. I just love the lyrics on that. That's a good lyric. Let me see. Home. Hey, yo, I just realized my computer is like super blown up. Let's see. What else do we have? I'm gonna open this. I just have to pause it because I can't let the install YouTube music. Nothing. Okay. Oh. I'm just a kid and life is. I'm gonna sing Good Charlotte. Hold on, let me see. I have a very wide taste in music. Always see it on TV or read it in the magazines. Celebrities, they want sympathy. And it's funny because now he's married with Nicole Richie. All they do is piss and moan inside the Rolling Stone, talking about how our life can be. I'd like to see them spend a week living life out on the street. I don't think they would survive. And spend a day or two or be in someone else's shoes. I think they'd crumble and they'd fall. They would fall. Lifestyles of the rich and the famous, they're always complaining, always complaining. If money is such a problem, we got so many problems, think I could solve them. Did you know if you were caught and you were smoking crack, McDonald's wouldn't even want to take you back? You could always just run for mayor of DC. Man, music used to be so good. So I'm an elder millennial. I'm not exactly elder millennial. I don't think. I was born in 93. And my brother's favorite band was Good Charlotte. Like, oh shit, like hands down. So I know all their songs. We used to listen to a lot of rock back when I was a Caucasian. I was just a little Caucasian, but now I'm not a Caucasian anymore, because I speak a different language and I know more stuff and places and cultures, and I'm just not a regular Caucasian anymore. I have a lot of flavors that I went and acquired around the world. Yeah. Hey, have you guys seen those people who are what are they doing nowadays? They're singing like the AI. They're like, oh, I gotta come up with the words for it. I am also curious to see why bridges can hold so much weight, or so. I don't know how. It's so crazy. It's really funny though. It really is really funny. It's really funny. When I say things are funny, you'll have to listen to me, because I have a great sense of humor. So, when I was picking to do this one, I don't know if I'm really hitting this right, but I can't see very good. But I'm trying to look at it. See, that's just how I want it to where you really can't see. Okay. Anyway, so this video is getting kind of long, and you have committed so far, so we're just gonna keep going. Fuck it. My phone's dying though. Is this right? No, this is the blue one, right? Shit. Do I need to go to the store? What time is it? It's 12:03. I need to go to the store. A store. I need to do laundry. Is this what you guys think of when you color? Just like, need to wash my clothes. I know y'all are so careful, but I just be so messy, honestly. They're so cute. I didn't expect this it should be this dark, but I'm here, and I'm actually really liking it. I love dark colors. I love dark colors. I love dark backgrounds. I love these colors, that they're just so dense. Like, just these tones of blue and green, they're just so dense that they absorb any light. I like that. I wish there was a way that these brushes could just be better. The tip. If they could just be more intact on the end and not frail and not fall apart into pieces, that would be great. But also not plastic. I'm not talking about scratching the page. I'm not talking about sim taps. I'm talking about just adding more rubber to this tip. That's how I would put it. It just feels like it needs a little bit more rubber, not plastic. We're gonna get inside these bubbles and we're gonna do something nice with them. I wish I could put on music while I'm sitting here doing this. It's actually pretty much torture. Do you guys like coloring like this, what I'm doing now? Where you just do all of one element on the page? Do you like starting with the background first or doing it last? I think I naturally never start with the background first, but I'm trying to now because I feel like if I get the background good, it's like a quick win that sets me on a winning streak for the rest of the picture. Because otherwise sometimes like I'll start on a little and I'll make like, let's say this moth, and make it fucking gorgeous, beautiful, or like one of these pine cones, and then I fucking zone out from that and I'm like, oh shit, I need to make all the rest of this shit nice too, and then I'll just leave the page with like one element colored. So ADHD of me. Okay, there's all of our bubbles have been colored. Now let's color our swooshes. Should this be the color of the swoosh? I feel like I want a different color for the swooshes. I want a bluish gray. Let's see what this is. I feel like I don't want it too bright. I just want like a quick whoosh. And then, no, yes. And then this. Right there. How does that look? I'm gonna hope that that looks good. I wonder if you guys can even hear me. If anybody's in Houston, let me know if you guys want to color in person. So I really like Tara. I feel like I'm a lot like her. But instead of drinking wine, which Tara, you need to quit that. Instead of drinking wine, everybody listen to me. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to have to say it. Drinking is really, really bad for you. It's just not good for anybody. It doesn't do any good for anybody. The things that it does, and I'm not even talking about physically, I'm talking about mentally. The things that it does to your mind and to who you are, the you when you're drinking, and then the you start to become the most tolerable version of yourself when you're drinking. That's not good. Because, you know, alcohol is just hard to, you just can't manage it. You know what I'm saying? Like, alcohol is not easy. I personally partake. I toke. I, you know, do a little. No, is this right? Yeah. What is this? No, this is my full color. Yeah, so, I do that, and I know that's not good either. Like, go sober people, go people that do nothing. I love you guys. You're holding it down for the rest of us, honestly. Somebody's got to do it. But me personally, I find that, you know, other, you know, things can just calm you down. And I just see Miss Tara over there, and I love her so much, and I wish we were friends in real freaking life. Fucking annoying, because we would be best friends, dude. Like, I already know I have had, you're not older, like old, but you're older than me. I'm 30, and you're in your 50s, so you're like not my mom's age. You're a little bit younger than my mom, and I just know that we would just vibe. Why do I know we would vibe? Because you're not fake. You're a real ass bitch, and I'm a real ass bitch, and a lot of these other you know, people in the world are fake assholes. So that's how I know we would like hit it off. Just because we would keep it real with each other. And that's why people love me. I mean, I fucking just keep it real. I'm a real ass bitch. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Gotta cover this up. Oops. We gotta go around here. So it gives me more patience. Like, I see so much of myself in her. And I will just rush the fuck through things. Like, just fucking, I'll be like, fuck. You guys notice I don't hold a pen the normal way? So I didn't know I was a fucking retard, but apparently this is how autistic people hold the pen. So it doesn't bother me though. Fuck it, explains a lot. I definitely have ADHD. It could just be on some weird borderline. I think I've acquired a lot of my spiciness through the years though. Life is just hard for like a decent person, you know, honestly. Life is hard for decent people. But you know what sucks about us and why we're really nice, Tara and I, and all of these girls in this coloring, but we're not nice to ourselves. And that's the difference. Like, we need to learn how to be nice to ourselves. We need to learn how to be our own advocate. Seriously, unashamedly advocate for yourself, because guess what? Nobody else is gonna do it. Nobody's gonna advocate for you. When you were a kid, you could get maybe some advocation, perhaps. Maybe somebody would see your cause and help you out. But as an adult, you have to advocate for yourself, because it is not often that other adults will step in and advocate for you, because you are an adult. So that's what I like to do to relax. Family tradition over here. My mommy, I love her to death, has struggled with drinking. We have that also, but personally I've always just shied from it. I do not like drinking. It's yucky. But don't catch me with a fire hazard. Don't catch me with something. I will just go and go and go. So, do you guys have any questions? What do I want to do with my channel? What I want to do with my channel is, I'm funny, and I really like being funny. I like entertaining people. I like coloring. I'm not very good at coloring, but I am a good personality, I feel like. And I want to share that somehow with the world. And I want to share my passion for coloring and the knowledge that I do gain, because I do gain knowledge. I just don't gain more talent, because some of y'all was born with that in your hands. I was born with music in my mouth. I can make music. I can sing Like I said, that's my real gift. And I am artistic. I am artistic, but it's not something that just naturally, you know, comes to me so easy. Especially the drawing part. Like my hands, they're not, I don't know if they were always like this, but see that like there? I feel like I've been always like this though. It's just so exacerbated now. See how I'm just doing like the first coat? And I'll just do a little bit by bit, and it'll take me a while, and I'll do this, first coat it, and then I'll go back, and then I'll go back with this. So that's essentially what we're doing. Like I said, this little stuff right here, especially with these nibs, you see how it's kind of like fraying on the end there? It's, if you can just barely touch the paper, just barely touch the paper. Now I know a lot of people, y'all are different than me. I'm sorry, y'all are better than me, that's it. I know you're better than me, but I've got to justify my addiction somehow. I just try and just not barely touch the paper. And some people are always very focused about, am I going to cover the lines? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to do what I can do here, because it's hard for me. I'm blind. My hands don't work too good. You know, I have a lot of stuff going on physically that is really messing with me and making me different than I've always been. But I was never that girl that was like good at drawing or had great handwriting. Like I was never that the girl that they'd be like, come draw on the whiteboard, Christy. No, because I don't have good handwriting. I have terrible handwriting. But I have a weird vision. I have a weird eye. Like, I can see things. Like, as far as design goes, like, how can I say? I can decorate the shit out of a fucking house. I can decorate the shit. I can design the shit out of a house. I can make something so nice. I'm really good at collaging type things. I'm good at taking different elements and making them work together. I have a great sense of like vision, but sometimes it works a little bit, I don't know, it's different. Like I used to make cakes, and I made really nice cakes, and they were all none of them were copied off the internet. They were all my own designs. And of course, you know, things you learn on the internet, right? And then you use them in your designs, but I never copied anything exactly. And I'm really proud of that. And I loved it because people would basically say, okay, we're going to have this party. This is going to be the colors. This is the theme. And then even like if it was the main person, or if it was the couple, if it was a wedding cake, or, you know, the mom or whoever for a birthday, they would coordinate like an outfit with me. Like I would be so coordinated into the event that I would be able to use every detail to make, you know, an excellent cake. And I really enjoyed that. Like I love putting things together, elements, but I did have to learn how to like arrange the elements, like arranging flowers. It took me a while to learn how to arrange flowers. Like I had to really focus. Nobody taught me. I just learned from making mistakes, but I did learn eventually anyways. And now I can arrange flowers in anything and on anything. I can arrange any flowers. Sometimes I wish I was making cakes again, really. There was a time where I was painting on cakes. Look like freaking Monet over there. It's ridiculous. But have me paint on a piece of paper and it will not come out like that. It was just something about cakes. And I wish I could paint on a canvas like I would paint on a cake. but it was just different. Like, I can't replicate that because I was painting with frosting and I was painting on frosting, and it would be cold and it would harden when I would put it on there. So it had all of these unique elements that paint doesn't have. So it's like I was making beautiful things, but I learned in such a niche environment that I can't take that elsewhere. And I do try. I really do try. I was seeing Lauren Reed Color, that she was talking about a lot of hashtags, and I feel like she is using those to keep herself accountable and make sure that she colors enough to keep her channel good and going. And I really admire that. So I might like to start looking into those hashtags and things, but I have to see. You know, I'm just so rebellious at heart. I always just want to do kind of what I want to do, and I don't know. Here we go. Okay. Do you guys also color like this, outlining everything before you shade? I wasn't doing this a minute ago, but this is actually just the safest way. Otherwise, I'm gonna fuck it up, and it's gonna be like real fucked up. This is what I gotta do. See? What do you guys like? Do you guys like old country music? Where are you from? Somebody watch my videos. Nobody's gonna watch this, but in a couple years when I'm famous, you'll come back and be like, oh my god, look at her first video. I just know that there's a process to be followed because I had a process with my cakes, but I was making money off those cakes. I was also motivated by money, so that helps also. There were so many elements, there were so many things I could just, you know, buy and make a part of the design. I would get so abstract. I would be using weird things. When I was going through my my cake supplies, I had given them to my niece. I was looking through them and I found something that was like fucking these little napkin holders, these little gold napkin holders, and I was like, and what the fuck was I gonna do with this? I was gonna throw that shit on a cake somehow. I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do, but I had bought some napkin holders. It was weird. I had big dreams with the cake, but I just my vision's always bigger than my abilities. I think that's what gets me. Like, I can dream of very big things. I should be managing artists. I should be the best friend of an artist, the one who gives the prompts. I want to be creative. I don't know about you guys, but it's like an impulsive drive to do something creative. At least something. I have to be doing something creative. I don't know if you guys feel that way. I don't know what these swirlies are. If it's, I guess, smoke or what? Magic. I gotta make it sparkly. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, these swirlies is gonna be sparkly. Oh girl, the neighbor's really getting her kids. She's getting them over there. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, guys. Like I said, my name is Ashley. I'm a pretty cool individual. I have lived in several places here in the United States. I feel like I know a lot about the country as a whole. My dad was a traveling salesman. No, seriously, my dad was a traveling salesman. So he traveled all over the country selling stuff, and we lived with him in a van. We lived with him and my mom, and we lived in a van until we settled down. But yeah, so I've been a lot of places, I know a lot of places. All right guys, so we are back and I have officially finished the background, at least for now anyways, other than, you know, finishing out the details on parts like this. Now we're gonna go on to the next step. And I'm wondering if I should base any of this in alcohol marker. Wondering if I should. What should I start with? Or maybe I could do neo colors. Or just color with the polychromos. Because I tend to smear colored pencils when I use too much of them. Celebrities in your sympathy, all they do is piss and moan inside the Rolling Stones, talking about how hard life can be. Okay guys, this is my polychromos. Love you so much. I just love these little guys, these big guys, guys. Look at that. I mean, just you can tell I've been meddling here. Something doesn't look right. I have misplaced something, surely. Look at that, guys. Look at all those colors. So we're gonna have to put those on the bottom, and we're gonna have to get out our earthy tones. That's all we can do. I love these. I'm so ready to work with them. I'm gonna set these over here to the side. All right guys, so where am I going to start here? Where do you guys think I should start? I need to be strategic. Should I start on one of those? No, I'm gonna start on those little pine needles. Okay. So I feel like on a close-up, we're definitely gonna have way more yellowy. This color looks good. Maybe I want it too bright. Let's see, this one. This one. All right, guys, we have 4 pencils. Do I know what I'm doing? No. Okay, no. These are my hands. These are my chubby little hands. Okay. Number 1 here, we've got green gold. Green gold. Number 2, we have olive green yellowish. I love this. Olive green yellowish. Next one, what do we have here? Earth green. Earth green. What I like about polys that everybody has said is that they are the same color as they are on the outside. So It seems like something that they could figure out in 2025, but they don't. So, and then we've got chromium green opaque. Ooh, I like whatever's happening right now on my phone, on my computer. This is so nice. Is this up all the way? Ugh. That's better. All right, guys, we're gonna vibe the fuck out, and we're gonna color. Shout out to the guy who made this mix, whoever made it on the tube. So this is why I like to do these acrylic backgrounds also, is because they prevent smudging. They really do prevent smudging. Have y'all ever seen pine needles? They always be having like a little yellow on them. So I love polychromos because you can just build color. And I don't know, you know, I'm no type of artist because this is not something I did as a child. My sister was always the artist in the family, and my brother, they were actually extremely talented. I'm not. But this is naturally how I like to do it because I'm extra, because I do too much. So this is just naturally what falls in line for me. And I love it. And I love the polychromos. Because they let me build this color. check that out. It's gonna get better even. Hola, amorcito. Bien, ¿cómo estás tú? Joder, no nos. Ya, pero se descongeló y delicioso estaba.
¿Quieren allá? ¿Cómo está prendida la tele? ¿Se escucha algo? ¿Cómo está escuchando algo? Al lado.
There we go, guys. How does it look? Good on camera. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of our lightest color. Oh, eso es mi computadora.
Amor, déjate de eso, que el aire estaba en 64, amor, déjate de ese juego. Eso es malo para la salud, para que sepas. Eso no es nada agradable ni gracioso, ¿viste? Para que lo tengas presente, te lo estoy diciendo bien en serio, te lo he dicho varias veces. Que no me gusta el aire en 64. ¿Te queda claro?
64.
64, no te hagas la loca, Ángel, que ya es la segunda vez que te haces la loca.
Amor, yo no puse nada.
No, tú nunca pones nada, te pones nadie toca eso, Ángel.
Eso no está en 64.
Estaba en 68 ahorita.
8.
Ahorita, pero en la mañana estaba en 64.
Eso fue un accidente.
Y la otra vez también fue un accidente. Ya es la segunda vez. Eso no es juego, Ali. ¿Estás escuchando tú? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Un juego o qué?
Una música.
Parece música de juego. Yo tengo que llevar este música. ¡Mío! ¡Fuera, la verga! ¡Que te parió! ¡No te quiero aquí! ¡Fuera, Milo! ¿Tú cómo estás? ¿Qué tal tu día?
Bien.
Milo, fuera. Ya. Fuera, Milo. Fuera, Milo. Milo. Fuera, Milo. Milo. Fuera. A la mierda, Milo. Vente, tierna. No me dejas tocar la verga. Tierna, vente. Ve que se asusta por tu culpa, Milo. Vente, tierna. Vente.
Mío.
Tiernita. Tierna. Mi... Ya lo sé, Milo. Que tu mamá te da el cariño todo el día. Tierna. Ay, tu mamá. Ya. ¿Qué tal tu día? ¿Qué has hecho? ¿Qué tal tu masajeador? ¿Se ve seria esa cosa, no? ¿Qué hace eso? ¿Masaje? ¿O te chupa o qué hace?
Hay uno que se chupa, pero Dios mío, esa verga duele.
¿En serio? Se ve muy serio eso, ¿no?
Ujú. Yo lo hice ayer, pero está difícil hacerlo uno solo.
¿Pero qué hace? ¿Cómo hace? ¿Qué es la hueva?
Se hace así,
¿En dónde? ¿En el culo? ¿En las piernas?
donde quiera.
¿O
Yo lo estoy haciendo aquí.
¿Qué hace? ¿Te rebaja? ¿O qué?
Ya te reduce la grasa.
Exactamente la raza. ¿Y por qué tiene tantas cosas?
¿Mm?
Porque tiene varias cosas.
Tiene uno para la cara, otro, hacen diferentes cosas.
Pues, serio. ¿Me puedo hacer en las nalgas para que me crezca un poco? Como me la va a quitar más.
Se te quita. Va a salir huesón ahí.
Si quieres navegar con el VPN, tengo que cambiar el nombre a la Pepelina. Ahorita, pero ya está activo.
Ok, mamá. ¿Pero puedo seguir usando el internet normal?
Claro, el normal está en el Infinity. Aparte está otro router, que es el que tiene el VPN. Por lo menos los teles en el Fire TV tienen el VPN. Para no estar entrando cada rato la aplicación de mira con una VPN. Pero en la tele normal tienen el Infinity, ¿sabes?
Ok.
Está raro, ¿verdad? Porque te puedes tener dos wifi diferentes en las dos. Como son independientes cada uno, el Amazon y el... Igual si quieres ver una página que no te abre algo, con el VPN te va a abrir.
Oh, ¿en serio?
Claro, aquí te han bloqueado muchas cosas, ¿viste?
¿Qué han bloqueado?
Porno, noticias. En serio, muchas porno te piden el A. En serio, es ridículo, te tienes que registrar literalmente, bloquear. Muchas noticias no te abren tampoco aquí. Los Magic TV está bloqueado aquí ya. Yo se lo compré. 100% está bloqueado, no puedes usarlo sin VPN. Si bloquean TikTok, ya lo vas a poder usar con ese router también, cuando lo bloqueen.
No, ya lo compraron los Estados Unidos ya.
No tiene nada. Pero sí. Poco, pero hay bloqueado. Pero la verdad, lo del Magic es un poco raro que lo bloqueen, ¿no? Pero bueno, entiendo, ¿no? El chiste, el por qué, pero pensé que había otra forma. O sea, cuando bloqueas es porque ya no puedes controlarlo, ¿me entiendes? Película. Literal, en Australia los niños menores de 16 no pueden entrar en redes sociales. Por una ley. Lo que pasa aquí, ¿me entiendes? Que te pide la edad, te pide loguearte en cierto... No pero es que siempre...
No, pero ya lo
hay
están
gente-
haciendo biométrico
por eso digo, hay
también.
gente que dice, oh, que sí, que no, pero es que es el inicio, es una prueba para empezar el bloqueo de todo lo demás. ¿Entiendes? La no por es lo de menos, es lo que la gente piensa que es importante, pero no lo es. Importante va a ser lo que van a bloquear ahora. Y en este caso pues estaban probando con los niños, pero se bajó de subir, ¿me entiendes?
Bueno, acostumbran a una generación.
Pero tenemos VPN.
Cuando se crecen esos niños ya van a estar acostumbrados a eso.
Pero ya tenemos VPN.
Es lo que están haciendo.
No solo un niño, todavía la época de la censura. Oh. Ya va. Oh. Eso es bien, ¿no? Mierda. Ya, Chinita, no tengo nada. No tengo nada, literal, es un color marrón como vinilo, que no se color como perro de calle.